Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Hot Takes Corner, where we deconstruct the controversial opinions, molding them into healthy debates. A full blown workout to multiply your brain cells and where everyone leaves with a side of laughter. I'm RJ Janvi with my writer Bibia, and today we have two amazing fashionistas with us. Welcome Vedika and Jia from Department of Strategic Communication and Journalism, who'll join us to have an exciting debate on fast fashion and slow fashion. मतलब एक है टिकटॉक रील छोटी फ्लैशी एडिक्टिव, दूसरी है नेटफ्लिक्स सीरीज स्लो बिल्ड डीप और लेगेसी बनाने वाला. अब वार्डरोब का असली हीरो कौन, जो शाइन करे या स्ले करे? Let's settle this. Are we dressing for ourselves or for the next trend that expires faster than Maggie?
As someone who is for fast fashion, who's to say that we can't do both? Fast fashion is unsustainable and bad for the environment. But who's to say that sustainable fashion is accessible or inexpensive? It's both. Fashion is a means of creativity and self-expression. How can we deprive individuals of something so basic and something that is so integral to the human spirit?
Array, but half of the time, the same kurti is lying in three of your friends' cupboards. Where's the individuality? Slow fashion is about heirlooms, hand-woven saris, banarasi dupattas, not polyester tops that look tired after 2 washes.
Fast fashion is not so different from slow fashion. Whatever you don't use for a long period of time is eventually going to end up thrown in the same dumpsters that you claim fast fashion is found.
Yes, but fast fashion is polluting more than Diwali crackers. Rivers turning pink from the terrible dyes used in fast fashion. Plastic in every kapda, and don't forget landfills full of rejected skinny jeans. Overconsumption is considered trendy, but outfit repeating isn't the end of the world.
But even outfit repeating can be the end of the world. Sometimes the way you present yourself, especially in your workplace, changes the way people perceive you and could even cost you your means of livelihood, your job. Who's to say that the way you present yourself does not matter in the corporate world or in any job for that matter? The way you present yourself says so much about your economic and your social background.
But Vedika, the thing is, not everyone will remember which color your office coat was last Thursday. You never meet the same people in every conference. If everyone at work is wearing the same blue and white striped shirt, there is no individuality, no personality, just trends and clothes from the conveyor belt coated.
I can't fully disagree with you, Gia, but don't you think this is also a sign of the times? Our generation is one that is very connected to fashion as a means of self-expression, like I mentioned. Fast is in the name. This means that clothes are mass-produced, but this is mostly to keep up with the trends that Gen Z keeps bringing up over and over, especially the 2000s. Y2K fashion has come back in trend even now in the year 2025, but don't you agree that Gen Z has their own individual interpretation? Look at our accessories, look at the way we dress, look at the way we use social media to express that this is the way we like dressing. It's so individualistic and creative in its own way, even though this is a trend that has come back from more than 20 years ago.
Yeah, but don't you think even our parents used to live in that generation and wear those type of clothing? We tend to borrow our mom or dad's clothes. At least I do most of the time. Besides, why must everything be posted on social media? Why can't we be our own person away from the digital life?
That's a very good point, Gia. I believe personally that originality does not exist anymore. It has ceased to exist in this era of the digital age because of how we as a generation use social media. It feels like no one is their own person anymore, like we're all just amalgamations of each other. Your point about inheriting clothes, however, I do agree, but it is important to remember that not everyone has the privilege and also access to such clothing, let alone inheriting them. That cannot be ignored.
Yes, but sometimes fast clothing also affects the environment. Somewhere in a third world country, somebody is suffering from the consequences of fast fashion. Companies that promote overconsumption exploit their workers, forcing severe labor and low pays.
I do agree that the exploitation of laborers is a serious concern, but that doesn't mean fast fashion has to be bought in bulk only. For people who struggle to afford quote unquote sustainable clothes, fast fashion is important and accessible, as we have to agree that at the end of the day, clothing is a basic human necessity.
Unfortunately, due to how Shein hauls are popularized on social media, a lot of people buy this fast fashion in bulk since it helps them receive discounts. Apparently, buying more means paying less. What's your opinion on that?
But don't all companies and fast fashion brands provide discounts and offers anyway, especially during the festive season? This is just their job to market themselves and make as much money as possible, even if they are sustainable brands.
Okay, but since fast fashion is so accessible and produced so quote unquote fast, does it not lose its exclusivity?
When you bring up exclusivity, I'd like to reiterate my point about the death of originality in today's day and age. When one cannot define originality and what it means to have an individual identity anymore, who's to say what exclusivity means?
Whoa, I think that was such an intense debate. Fashion isn't just about what we wear, it's about the choices we make. Fast fashion gives us speed, variety, and the thrill of something new. Slow fashion gives us quality, meaning, and link to tradition. One is about today, another is about tomorrow. Maybe the truth is, this fashion isn't only about the clothes on our skin, it's about the stories we choose to carry. Some snitched in haste, some woven with care, both in their own way, shape who we are and how we show up in the world. So, whether your style is Zara Hall or handloom sari, just remember fashion is never only worn, it is lived, and how we choose to live it. That's the real statement. Thank you for listening. This was RJ Janvi with writer Bibia along with the editor Siana, and your behind the scenes covered by Anushka. Stay tuned for more such fun debates only on